Hello, everybody. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you from home. I used to call it the rural location, but as you know, I've moved here now. This is it, home. I spent most of the morning on the phone getting address changes. Boy, I tell you, it's really tough. All you want to do is tell them address changing. They got to ask you 50 million questions, but I guess that's for my own good, so I didn't really mind it. But it's labor intensive, time consuming, and it looks like we have a sunny day, so I'm gonna have to come out here and make hay while the sun shines. Probably do some weed whacking, hang a few security doors, just all kinds of projects around the ranch here. But what I wanted to talk about today was, our government, it's a mess. And what's really funny is, usually, if you're not good at something, you have a tendency to shy away from it. Like if you're not good at public speaking, you really don't want to get up in front of a crowd and speak. If you're not good at building things, you probably don't want to build anything. But it's really interesting how our elected officials, who obviously are not good at what they do, keep wanting to do it. But what's really interesting is that we the people keep putting them back in office. I mean, when you think about it, we're to blame. It's absolutely, positively ludicrous that we send these incompetent buffoons back into office, election after election. What are we thinking? What's wrong with us? I mean, it's real easy for us to point the finger at these idiots, but we're the ones that put them there. Now, we could say, well, what choice did we have? I mean, think about it. We've got Obama, who we really can't take another 4 years of Obama. We just can't. Then we got Romney. Well, he's kind of Obama light, but he's not as bad as Obama. At least I don't think he's as bad as Obama. That's my personal opinion. You might want to differ, and that's okay. But the point is at the federal level, state level, county level, even your school board, we just keep electing these buffoons to office. What are we thinking? What's wrong with us? Is it that we don't care? I mean, a lot of people, they don't say, you know what, why even bother to vote? They got problems of their own. They don't care about things like politics, but it affects them, so maybe they should care. For the life of me, I just can't figure out what the reason is that after somebody's been in office 2, 4, 6 years and have just made a total mess of things and they haven't done anything positive, that we the people find it in our hearts, come to some conclusion that, yeah, let's re-elect them. I mean, Senator John McCain, Arizona. How did he get reelected? What were the people of Arizona thinking? Were they thinking? He's a fossil. What has he done? He's basically a laughingstock, in my opinion. Once again, what I say, people, it's my opinion. I've got mine, you've got yours. And they may differ, they may coincide. Doesn't matter, it's just opinion. But there are certain facts. And realities. And that's what people need to focus on. Facts and realities. Not all this, oh, what I'm going to do, or not all this guy's bad. But look at the fact. Look at these guys' track records. Look at their history. What politician gets up and runs on their history? Name one. Certainly Obama isn't running on his history. I think Romney wants to run away from his history just a tad. So why are we putting these people that don't have history and track records into office? Once again, what are we thinking? It doesn't make sense. It just really doesn't make sense. I mean, if you were going to build a house, would you hire the guy that has a track record of houses that collapse and there's always problems? I don't think you would. Would you hire a plumber that, has a bunch of negative comments at the Better Business Bureau and people always complaining? Would you hire that plumber? I don't think so. Or how about an electrician that for some reason houses that he wires seems to burn down from, faulty wiring? I don't think you'd hire that person either. I mean, would you hire a farmer that grew bad crops? Or raised bad animals? No, you wouldn't do that either. So tell me, people, somebody, reply, put a video response. Why is it that we, the people, keep putting these same incompetent politicians, these buffoons, these idiots back into office? It just doesn't make any sense. And the thing is that they have the unmitigated gall to stand up in front of we the people and say, vote for me, when they just made a mess of the country. I mean, would you hire a chief financial officer that in his previous track record, you check his employment references, basically ran companies in the ground, spent too much money, wasted money, allocated resources poorly, didn't focus on the major issues? Would you hire that person to run the finances of your company? I don't think so. Would you hire a manager that was a poor manager? He never got the job done. His people hated him. Would you hire that manager to work for you? I don't think so. Then tell me, people, why do we keep hiring these politicians? We elect them. That's the same as hiring them. What is it that we the people are thinking? What is wrong with our brains? There's got to be an answer. It's a very simple question. I mean, it just baffles me. On the one hand, you've got these people who are incompetent. We know they're incompetent. They can't get the job done. They've had their shot. They've had their opportunity. Some of them for decades. Decades. And we still re-elect them. What is wrong with us, we the people? It makes no sense at all. Granted, every now and then, get somebody new, like Obama. He's made a mess of things, but he's got the unmitigated gall. Maybe he's just out of touch with reality to want to run for re-election. Based on what? What's he basing his re-election campaign on? Obamacare? Most of the country doesn't want it. Food stamp? Well, let's see. The success of the food stamp program is not how many people we add to it, but how many people we get off of it. It's almost doubled under Obama, right? Maybe up 50%. I don't know. I think it's over 40 million households now. 40 million out of 350 million. Do the math. The mess that this country's in, we want to blame the politicians, but the fault is with me, you. Okay, you could say, well, but wait a minute. I didn't vote for Obama. Well, I know I didn't. Maybe you didn't. So why are you pointing the finger? Well, maybe we didn't do a good enough job. You know, I made that one video because somebody said you shouldn't mix prepping and politics, or you know, shouldn't mix things up. Have separate channels. Well, most people don't like talking politics. Most people get emotional when they talk politics. Some people just refuse to talk politics. But look at what we've created. You see, we have to change. Maybe change our thinking, change the way we see things, come up with some new criteria. Instead of sitting back, waiting on the next guy, no, maybe we need to sit up, pay attention, be active. Don't let them get away with anything. Nothing at all. I mean, we need to be on these guys. We need to basically take back this country. We need to run it ourselves. And when we see these politicians that are just making a mess, we need to get rid of them quick. Don't give them a second chance. Basically, what we need to do is wake up and smell the hypocrisy.